After months of silence, mysterious schedules, and almost no full group appearances, fans around the world are beginning to ask one terrifying question: is this really the beginning of the end for BTS, or is something much bigger secretly being prepared behind the scenes? The internet has exploded with rumors, emotional fan theories, and endless debates as the world's biggest group enters one of the quietest periods in their entire career. But here's the shocking truth most people are missing: history proves that legendary global groups often disappear before their biggest comeback ever. And now, millions of ARMY are desperately searching for clues, trying to understand whether BTS is quietly planning a historic return, or slowly drifting into a future where solo careers become permanent. From emotional live broadcasts to mysterious social media activity, from solo achievements breaking records worldwide to insiders hinting at long-term plans, every small detail is now being analyzed like a hidden message. Some fans are worried, others are convinced this silence means something massive is coming. And honestly, the timing feels too strange to ignore. Over the last few years, BTS transformed from a K-pop sensation into a global cultural force unlike anything the music industry has ever seen. Stadiums sold out within minutes, albums shattered records, and their influence reached far beyond music into fashion, politics, film, and worldwide culture. But after years of non-stop pressure, military duties, solo projects, and personal growth, the group suddenly entered a phase that feels completely different from the explosive energy fans were used to. The members are now focusing more on individual activities, personal artistry, and separate schedules. At first, many people thought this was temporary. But as months passed without a major group comeback announcement, anxiety across the fandom quietly started growing. Social media timelines became flooded with emotional posts asking if the BTS era people loved so deeply might slowly be changing forever. Yet industry experts are pointing toward a completely different interpretation. In the global music industry, massive groups often enter quiet phases before returning stronger than ever. Many legendary artists step back temporarily to explore solo identities, recharge creatively, and rebuild anticipation. And when they finally reunite, the comeback becomes even bigger because fans have waited so long. That pattern has happened repeatedly throughout music history, and analysts believe BTS could be following the exact same path right now. Instead of viewing the silence as an ending, some insiders believe this could actually be the preparation stage for the next evolution of BTS. And if that's true, what happens next could completely dominate the world again. What makes this moment especially emotional is how deeply connected fans are to the members individually. Every member has been growing in different directions artistically. Continues exploring introspective music and creative storytelling. Jin maintains his emotional connection with fans despite limited appearances. Suga has shown incredible artistic depth through producing and solo projects. J-Hope keeps pushing boundaries with powerful stage presence and global influence. Jimin continues proving his solo star power worldwide. V attracts attention with his cinematic image and artistic style. And Jungkook has already demonstrated that he can dominate international charts as a solo artist. Seeing each member evolve independently has been exciting, but it has also intensified the emotional question fans cannot stop thinking about: can BTS truly remain BTS while everyone walks different paths? Surprisingly, many industry insiders believe the answer is yes. In fact, they argue that solo success can actually strengthen group longevity instead of destroying it. When artists grow individually, they often return to the group with new creativity, stronger confidence, and fresh musical ideas. That dynamic can create even more powerful comebacks because every member brings something new to the table. This is why some experts are warning fans not to panic over the current silence. According to entertainment analysts, BTS still represents one of the most valuable entertainment brands in the world, and there is no official sign of disbandment whatsoever. No farewell announcement, no ending statement, no final concert, no confirmation that the group is over. Instead, what exists is uncertainty, and uncertainty always creates rumors. The emotional intensity around this situation exploded recently when fans noticed how carefully the members still reference each other during interviews, broadcasts, and online interactions. Even during solo promotions, there are constant reminders that the bond between them remains strong. Small comments, shared memories, hidden references, and emotional messages continue to fuel hope across the fandom. Some ARMY members believe the silence itself is part of a larger strategy designed to build anticipation for a future reunion era that could become one of the biggest events in modern music history. Others fear that the longer the group stays apart, the harder it may become to fully return to the non-stop group activities of the past. And honestly, both feelings are understandable. BTS achieved a level of fame that very few artists in history ever experienced. The pressure attached to that success is unimaginable. Constant touring, global media attention, endless expectations, and the emotional weight of representing millions of fans worldwide can eventually become exhausting for any artist. Many fans forget that behind the superstar image are human beings who also need time to grow, rest, and discover themselves outside the machine of global fame. That reality makes this quiet era emotionally complicated. Some fans miss the chaos of comeback seasons, music show performances, and massive world tours. Others are proud to see the members finally exploring personal dreams they may not have had time for before. But perhaps the most powerful part of this story is what BTS has already accomplished together. Even during periods of reduced activity, their impact remains everywhere. New fans continue discovering their music every day. Old performances continue trending online. Their influence on global pop culture still shapes the industry years later. Few groups ever maintain this level of relevance during quieter periods, which proves how enormous their legacy truly is. And that's exactly why every tiny update now feels so important. A simple Instagram post becomes worldwide news. A short live broadcast creates millions of reactions. A casual mention of another member instantly sparks comeback theories across social media. The world is watching BTS more closely than ever because nobody truly knows what the next chapter will look like. Recently, conversations inside fan communities have become even more emotional as people debate whether the future of BTS will resemble their past or evolve into something entirely different. Some believe future activities may focus more on special projects, occasional reunions, or selective promotions rather than the non-stop schedules fans once knew. Others are convinced a massive full-scale comeback is already secretly being prepared. And honestly, with BTS, almost anything feels possible. Their career has repeatedly shocked the industry in ways nobody predicted. They broke barriers many experts once believed were impossible for Korean artists. They built one of the strongest fandoms in music history. They transformed themselves into global icons while maintaining emotional authenticity that millions connected with personally. Because of that history, fans have learned one important lesson: never underestimate BTS. Another reason fans remain hopeful is the emotional loyalty the members consistently show toward ARMY. Throughout their journey, BTS repeatedly emphasized that the group exists because of the fans who supported them from the beginning. Even during quieter periods, that connection never fully disappears. Emotional messages, anniversary content, old memories, and supportive interactions continue reminding people that the relationship between BTS and ARMY remains incredibly strong. That emotional bond is one reason many analysts believe a future reunion is highly likely. The demand alone would be enormous. A full BTS comeback after a long quiet phase could easily become one of the biggest entertainment events on Earth. Global media coverage would explode instantly. Ticket sales could break records again. Streaming platforms would likely crash under demand. The anticipation is already building even without official announcements. And maybe that's the biggest clue of all. Despite the silence, the excitement around BTS has never truly faded. If anything, the mystery has made people even more emotionally invested. Fans are constantly searching for hidden signs, comeback hints, and future possibilities because deep down, many refuse to believe the story is ending here. Still, it's important to separate rumors from reality. Right now, there is absolutely no official confirmation that BTS is disbanding or permanently ending activities. The group is simply in a quieter phase focused heavily on solo growth and personal schedules. That distinction matters because internet speculation often turns uncertainty into panic very quickly. Until official statements say otherwise, the future of BTS remains completely open. And honestly, that uncertainty may be exactly what makes this era so emotionally intense. It feels like standing in the middle of a giant story before the next chapter begins. Nobody fully knows what comes next, not fans, not media outlets, maybe not even the members themselves. But one thing is undeniable: the world still cares deeply about BTS. Few artists could remain this globally relevant even during reduced activity. That alone proves how powerful their influence truly became. Whether the future brings a massive reunion comeback, occasional projects, or an entirely new evolution of the group, BTS has already secured a permanent place in music history. And perhaps that's why this quiet phase feels so different from ordinary celebrity breaks. This isn't just about a group disappearing temporarily. It's about millions of people emotionally waiting to see whether one of the biggest cultural phenomena of the modern era is preparing for another legendary rise. So now the biggest question remains unanswered: is this silence the calm before the greatest BTS comeback ever? Or are fans witnessing the beginning of a completely new era where BTS exists in a way nobody expected? Either way, one thing is certain: the moment BTS finally makes their next major move, the entire world will be watching.